So I have had a bit of a problem recently, a bit of a dilemma, in fact, that I need you to help me with. And I just want to talk this out and see if you can give me some advice in the comments, because it's something that I've been sort of trying to figure out over the last few weeks. Now, I want to get a brand new lens for my Sony a7 IV camera, which has been my main workhorse camera for the past 3+ years now. I use it for everything, for photography, client work. Also, for most of my YouTube videos, all of my talking head videos, the camera that I'm filming on right now, and I've used it for pretty much everything, and it is the perfect hybrid camera. It comes with a 33 megapixel sensor, which is amazing for photos, and it's more than enough, much more than the Sony a7 III, and it is also phenomenal with video because it oversamples from 7K, so you get an even sharper 4K image that's downsampled. So I love it for both photo and video. But this isn't about the camera, this is about the lens. So I want to get a new lens for my camera, but the problem I'm battling with is I want a lens that can really hit 4 focal lengths. Now what I really want is a 16mm for super wide angle, for if I'm doing real estate or if I'm doing landscape photography or anything like that really. Anything where I want a lot of wide range, where I can capture a lot of the image or a lot of the video for cinematic stuff or anything like that. I want a wide angle lens, so around 16mm is perfect for that. The other range I want 28 and 35mm. Now that is for video, for my talking head videos, because this right now is in 28mm, and I normally go between 28 and 35mm for my talking head. That's really the only two ranges I look at. If you look back at any of my YouTube videos, I've always shot in either 28 or 35. Very rarely will I go up to 50. Most of the time it's 28 or 35. And then the fourth range I want is 50. And that is because of portraits, when I'm shooting portrait photography. So 35 and 50 would be for portrait photography. So 16mm for wide angle stuff, 28 and 35 for talking head YouTube videos, and 35 and 50mm for portrait photography. Now, I know that Sony do a 24 to 50 f2.8 G lens, which was only released last year, which is incredibly high quality, incredibly sharp, pretty much is a G Master lens just in a smaller body. You wouldn't be able to tell the difference really between a G Master and the brand new G lens if you looked at them side by side images, not unless you were super pixel peeping. So there is that option, but then that doesn't give me the 16mm focal length that I want. Now the other option I've got is the 16 to 35 G Master 2 lens. Now that obviously cuts out the 50 range, so I'm then losing out on that. But that then gives me the 16 wide angle all the way up to 35, and I'm only missing that one focal length. The problem with that is that lens is about £2,500. That's how much it costs in British money. It's about $2,500, just under 2,500 British pounds. Now the other option you've got is to get two lenses, which is the 16 to 25 f2.8G and the 24 to 50 f2.8G, and then between two lenses you've got the focal range between 16 and 50 in a much smaller compact bodies with much just the same quality as a G Master lens, just not as big basically. And that would then go better in your camera bag. It's more budget friendly because you could get those two lenses for less than the price of the 16 to 35 GM2. So I'm not really sure what to get, and this is something I've been battling with for ages, and I have watched tons of review videos on this from creators. I've read all the articles on these different lenses, and I'm just trying to figure out which one should I get. I'm happy with getting two, and I'm happy with that sort of budget that the GM2 is going to cost me, but I would rather make sure I hit the focal lengths that I want to reach. So I'm toying. I know Sony have recently also released a 16mm f1.8, which is not actually available yet. It comes out in April 2025. So at the time you're watching this video, it might already be out. But so the other option is to get the 16mm f2.8, the 16mm f1.8 G lens, plus the 24 to 50 G lens. So then you've got two lenses that cover everything, and it's cheaper than the G Master. But the other thing I cannot seem to get out of my head is that the 16-35 GM2 is just such a good looking lens, and it is such a high quality lens, and it's such a good lens. So this is the internal battle I'm having right now. It's an investment for my business. It's an investment for me, investment that's going to last me a long time. If it's anything to go by what the Sony a7 IV has given me, that's given me 3+ years of incredible quality and client work, and it's paid for itself 50 times over. So I don't really know, and I need your help in the comments. Let me know below, which lens would you get, because I'm still battling with it. 16, 28, 35 and 50 are the focal ranges I want. I know there is a lens that goes from 16 to 55, but that is too big. I don't want a huge, big, chunky lens. I want something that's small and compact. So the only reason I'm considering the GM2 is because it's lighter and smaller than the previous generation, and it would be okay on either a Sony a7 IV or even an a7R5 if I decided to get that. So something like that. I need your help, basically. Let me know in the comments below, which one of these lenses would you get? They're all really, really good. You can't go wrong with any of them. The quality is incredible and unmatched. The sharpness, the autofocus, everything is pretty much equal on these lenses. Might say for a couple of differences, but are they worth £1,000 difference? Probably not. But yeah, let me know in the comments below which lens you would get and why you would get it if you was in my position. And I'm going to go with one of these recommendations. I'm going to be getting a new lens in the next week or so, so stand by to see which one I actually go for. And if you do want to see which one I go for, and you do want to see a full review on that, then make sure you subscribe to the channel. Decisions. What do we do?